Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Environmental Talks. Today's episode is called What Caused the Forest Fires.
And no, it's not just Shangri-La adventure movie. We're talking about deforestation, the slow but massive disappearance of world forests.
Spoiler alert, it's not great news for us, or for the millions of species that live there. Tropical forests, in particular, cover less than 6% of the Earth's surface, but are home to an estimated of 50% of the world's plant and animal species.
So what exactly is deforestation? Basically, is when humans cut down on bare forests for things like farming, livestock, or building cities. Alarmingly, agricultural expansion, especially for cattle ranching and soil cultivation, drives around 90% of global deforestation.
Yeah, every year we lose around 10 million hectares of forest. That's like losing an area the size of Portugal. This disruption is most severe in global hotspots like the Amazon, Southeast Asia, and Central Africa, where forest clearing is increasing.
And forests aren't just pretty landscapes. They store carbon, produce oxygen, and keep the planet's temperature balanced. When forests are cleared and burned, they release the stored carbon back into the atmosphere, contributing approximately to 11% of global greenhouse emissions.
Okay, but let's talk about biodiversity, the huge variety of living things on Earth. Why does it matter?
Because everything's connected. When we destroy a forest, we don't just lose trees. We lose the animals, plants, and insects that depend on them. It's like removing a piece from a Jenga tower. The loss of a single keystone species can cause an entire ecosystem to collapse.
Exactly. In Argentina, for example, the Gran Chaco forest, South America's second largest forest after the Amazon, has been disappearing fast because of agriculture, especially soy farming and cattle. Between 1998 and 2023, the Argentine Gran Chaco, covering areas like Salta and Santiago del Estero, lost nearly 7 million hectares of native forests.
And that means species like jaguars and tapirs are losing their homes. Even the local communities who live off the forest are being affected, facing increased risk of floods and desertification as the ecosystem degrades.
So yeah, it's not just about some trees. It's a chain reaction that hits everything, from global climate to local livelihoods.
Alright, so let's stop crying and talk about situations. What can we actually do?
Well, reforestation is a big one. Planting trees and restoring ecosystems. But you have to prioritize protecting the primary forest first, as they store far more carbon and host more biodiversity than any plantation.
Also, supporting sustainable farming and choosing products that don't come from deforested land. For example, look for eco-labels or certified wood. It pressures companies to change their practices.
Governments can help too, with stricter environmental laws and protecting natural reserves. Over 100 countries pledged to halt and reverse global forest loss by 2030, but current rates are still 63% higher than the trajectory needed to meet the goal. We need faster action.
And even a small action helps. Don't waste paper, buy local, and talk about these issues. Awareness matters.
So next time you see a tree, maybe give it a little thanks. It's literally keeping you alive.
Yeah, trees are basically the planet lungs, and we've been smoking them out.
Remember, once a forest is gone, it takes decades to grow it back, if it ever does.
So let's protect what's left before the wild is totally gone.
Thanks for listening to Daily Environmental Talks. Stay tuned for our next episode, Power Up, where we dive into renewable energy and the transition.
See you next time!